So tell me when.
Go on.
Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazin. It is almost midnight. And where tonight, I'm on a set of a movie, tentatively called Townies, but it could change. Zac Efron, star of the movie. Now, Zac, where are we? This is like a really destructive backyard or something. So
this is Delta Psi. This is our fraternity. So this is where we live. This is our backyard. So a lot of parties go down here, as you can tell. I think in the scene prior to this, me and Seth stayed up all night and sort of just like had a heart-to-heart right on this couch. And yeah, it gets wild here. So
well, this is a movie set, and I just happened to be walking around, and I found a particular prop that was sitting here. I was wondering if you could explain this prop to me.
There's a lot of those.
What would this be? I'm just not quite sure. What would this be on a film set?
This is what it's basically just like a. It's like a.
Are there drugs on this film set?
There's not actually
fake drugs. It's fake.
That I know of, anyway. This is just like it's a non-tobacco joint, whatever you want to call it.
No, we know it's not, it's real, but it's just showing that this is a pretty wild fraternity. Can you just give a little setup about the premise of the movie? Because, you know, this is going to be shown before the movie opens in Germany. So.
Yeah, so the movie is about Seth and his wife, plays Rose. They have a newborn child, and my fraternity burns down their house and is forced to move right next door to Seth's family. And we sort of butt heads, and it becomes kind of a war between the two families. It's hilarious. It's pretty ridiculous. We get pretty extreme in terms of our battles and pranks and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, it's really a movie about the fear of growing up, the fear of adulthood. And it's going to be cool. It's a good story.
And anybody who's ever seen a movie with you, you pretty much play a nice guy. But not in this movie. There's a villainous side. And I was wondering how interesting was that for you as an actor to kind of scrape underneath and get into that dark side?
Well, it's interesting. I never want to play like a blatantly malicious character. I think, although Teddy goes to extreme measures to sort of mess with Seth, and sometimes it gets dark, it's all for a belief that he holds very true, to himself. It's like a sort of a deep-seated moral code that he is upholding, and when Seth's character breaks it, it just puts him on a tirade. So it's all sort of it's all justified, in my opinion.
How is it interesting for you as an actor to work with? Because Seth comes from this whole improvisational school. Has it been an interesting walk for you as an actor to go through an experience like this where really so much is extemporaneous and just kind of goes?
It's actually been great to work with Seth, because I did a lot of improv when I was a kid. When I was younger, I was on an improv team, actually, and I used to really enjoy it. It wasn't quite on this level. Cinema improv is a little bit different than it is on stage or really anywhere else. And I've been doing a lot of dramas lately, so getting back into the swing of things was pretty tricky, but I think I'm getting the hang of it now. And Seth is the best person to work with, man. He's the best I've ever seen. He's really incredible. So I'm very blessed to be working with the best here.
Now, Germany, they really don't have fraternities. That's a whole different concept. Explain, what makes a great fraternity? What makes it?
What makes a great fraternity? A fraternity is like a brotherhood. When you go to college, it's sort of your first time away from your parents. A lot of kids come from out of state, and they don't know a whole lot of people. And so when you join a fraternity, you're sort of joining an instant sort of brotherhood, and it's really neat. It's kind of a group of guys that take care of each other, and I don't know. It's a really important part of college. I know a lot of guys that look back at fraternity and life and say that it was what sort of defined their adulthood, made them a man.
Your fraternity is Hollywood. And what fraternity is this, just so we know?
This is Delta Psi Beta.
So if you want to pledge a good fraternity, this is the president right here.
Delta Psi Beta. Check it out.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure,
so much.
man.
Great to
it's
see you
nice
again.
Talking to you, man.
And look forward to seeing the movie, which could be called Townies. We're not sure anymore.
We're not sure yet, but check it out.
It'll be a Zac Efron movie, and that's all that matters.
My man, good to see you.
Take care.
All right.
Scott Orlin. Till next time.
All right. Let me get my sandwich.